Earlier this week, I got a chance to check out the new film Wicked, which is hitting theaters right now, and man, I had an incredible time. This is not something that I knew I was going to really enjoy. I'm not like a super huge fan of Broadway musicals, although I'd like to go and see them. I don't always come away feeling like I love the music, and I think that's kind of true here with Wicked. I love the presentation and the production value of this movie, but the music didn't hit for me. I feel like I'm more of a bigger fan of movie musicals like The Greatest Showman and Singing in the Rain, which is my favorite, and I love La La Land. Stuff that's sort of crafted for the screen as opposed to the stage. And I think what the director, John M. Chu, did here, and he's the director behind In the Heights, which I actually really enjoyed, which is another musical, and also Crazy Rich Asians, Blockbuster, a very cool film. Also G.I. Joe Retaliation. So it gives you a sense of the eclecticness and also the talent of John M. Chu and how he can go from genre to genre. But what he has done with this movie is I think he's really blended the idea of the imagination of the stage, but the power and the technology and the craftsmanship that big screen blockbusters like this provide for creative individuals like this man. And he's clearly incredibly passionate about the source material. He's already hard at work on the sequel to Wicked. There's a Wicked Part 2 coming out next November. And the whole idea with this movie, if you didn't know, is the story of these two witches, Glinda the Good Witch and Elphaba the Wicked Witch of the West, getting to know each other, and they have this intertwined history, and we get a little bit more of the overall story of Oz, the land of Oz, and some of its troubles and some of the misinformation that is erupting and the sort of calculation, the sort of political elements that are a part of this fantasy world. And so it's a lot richer and it's a lot deeper than it just being everybody just singing and dancing and using the backdrop of The Wizard of Oz. All of that is wonderful, and I also have to say that the performers, all of them are terrific, but Ariana Grande as Glinda and Cynthia Erivo as Elphaba, the Wicked Witch of the West, are spectacular. Like, they're unbelievable what forces of nature they are. Their singing is impeccable, their comedic timing, their chemistry, their charisma that these two actors have. They just inhabit their roles and you believe them, even though this is all a massive flight of fancy, even though there's just so much visual effect and flourish and all of this embellishment and these crazy, outlandish, beautifully constructed sets that you know are tangible and physical. They're not just all green screened into the production, all of which is stuff worthy of massive respect and applause and major kudos. And then you also have all of these backup performers like Jonathan Bailey, who just leaps onto the screen and just kills it. He's having a blast dancing around and singing. He's wonderful in this movie as well. And then you've got cinema superstars like Michelle Yeoh just taking the stage and being commanding and powerful and just so charismatic and just a blast to watch. Same goes for Jeff Goldblum as the Wizard of Oz, who broke my heart a little bit with the song that he gets to sing in this. And then there's background performers as well. Peter Dinklage is terrific as this CG animal creation. Yes, there are animals in this as well, which add to the intrigue and the cool subplots of the movie. And Bowen from SNL does some great work with the little comedic elements, these reaction shots that he gets throughout the film as well. There's lots to smile about, lots to be entertained by and moved by in this movie as well. All of it, though, is just done with such artistry and such care and such a desire to turn this into something very, very successful. And I think that's exactly what's achieved. My wife and daughter both had a great time with this movie, and the guy that was sitting beside me was losing it. And I think that's going to be a big part of the experiences that people are going to have when they go and see this in the theater. They're going to see it with a lot of people that are super fans of the source material. They're going to know the songs. They're going to stand up. They're going to cheer. And man, there are massive, very cool, beautiful, iconic moments in this movie. It's a triumph, man. Like, it is absolutely wonderful. If I liked the music more, I think the movie would resonate with me more. But I've had a few days to kind of, let the glow wash off a bit, because when you watch it and it's right there, it's like, holy crap, this is incredible. Especially because you're feeling the energy of the packed audience that was in the theater that I saw it with. But I haven't been humming the songs. I haven't been singing the songs. I don't know all the words. And that hasn't been the case for me for my favorite of the movie musicals that I've watched over the years. And so truly, I think this is a cinematic masterpiece, especially because it brings together all of these artistic endeavors in such a wonderful wonderful singular vision, but I think it has that extra charm for people out there if they know the material, if they're already fans of Wicked and might have the record at home or something like that. And it hasn't resonated with me, you know. This hasn't been like a Blade Runner 2049 or a Dune or, you know, some of my other favorite movies, an Indiana Jones or something. It hasn't resonated with me like that. But still, it's one of the best movies I've seen in 2024. It's going to make a ton of money, and it's going to deserve every single dollar it brings in. It's all up there on screen, and I can't wait to see the sequel. I'm going to give Wicked a 9 out of 10.